Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TP Link European Open, sponsored by Multiplay, supported by TopMid, the home of competitive gaming. We have got the winners bracket final for you right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Epsilon taking on Rain.
Absolutely. Hello to everyone at home. This is Chris Trout, aka the Trout 91, joining the lovely Gucci on the cast for a special guest appearance. And we're going to be kicking off with Epsilon, and we are on board with Josh. He's got that red dot vector. He's told me he very much loves that gun. And it's just what he needs to go and take those objectives, as he does do with his teammate. Very quick push for B. Don't see this that often. It's usually a sit and wait to pick up a kill and then go for the B flag. But they have gone all out and taken that B flag by storm.
Yeah, they really have. They went all-out aggression on it. It's very rare that you actually see players push straight for the B without trying to get a few picks off first. Swanee now just trying to do a little bit of defensive work for that. Big Semtex going over the top of it. Isn't able to pick up a kill with it, but he does manage to take a player out top strip club there. Notice there's another one around that area. His teammates have just gone back and secured that B flag, though.
Swanee trying to get in position towards strip club as they are starting to spawn there, and he's read that very well as one jumps out of the top balcony. He's going to reposition himself as he knows the team are making a rotation onto A, which is just what Epsilon want. They want to crowd him in to the smallest part of the map as possible. And Jerd coming around the flank, see if he can stop them before they do cap it. A grenade comes out, he's going to dodge that very well. Deva picking up the 2Bs. Swanee answering back with two of his own. Jerd trying to put some shots down, doesn't get the kill, going to back up and reload. Does in fact get taken out by Josie as well. And Josh is moving forward with some vengeance in his eyes.
Yeah, now let's get on board with Team Rain. Of course, the team that have taken down both TCM and Infused in their route to this final. Going to get on board with Diva.
It's an incredible CV to get this far.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, the accolades sort of speak for themselves, don't they? I mean, that does show what sort of contest that these can put up. Let's get on board with Juicy Bra, formerly known as VP Has.
Oh, nice stick.
Big stick, and he does look as if he's going to be able to secure that C flag. He's actually left it neutralised. Does challenge. Oh my goodness, big shots onto Tommy there. Going to flick back towards this flag and just hope that nobody comes and contests him. He looks as if he is going to get that home and dry though. Let's get on board with Reese, who is more pushed up there. He's on that B flag. He has managed to secure it, but does go down.
Really well played by Rain there. They just made sure they split up, capped all the flags, and they have got a very firm triple cap on, so what was looking like a very dire start is going to quickly switch in their favor as the whole of Epsilon are spawning at the back of the C flag garage, and they're still being shut out from the flags. They really need to compose themselves and get themselves in order as Reese is just locking down the middle of the map, making sure no one makes a push for B, and I think at this point they're quite happy for them to take C, as it will be all square once they do cap that back.
Oh yeah, happily so. I mean, I'm sure they're happy just to keep them locked in the back of that C flag area. Joe now just chasing down a kill, and very often players will say that you should never actually chase down your kills, just call them out to your teammates and let them do the work for it. But he's going to get himself on this C flag position. Knows that there's two going to be spawning on that left hand side. No stun is actually landed from that. Has he been able to neutralise it? Yes, he has. Not enough to capture it, but I'm sure that neutralisation will be enough for his teammates. Reese landing bullets onto Swanee there. Swanee comes out to challenge. A little bit unwise from Swanee. It's not often you see him make mistakes like that.
Exactly. From Swanee, you would have expected him to reposition himself. He doesn't like going into gunfights that he's not in a position to win. And in that situation, I think he might have panicked a little bit, which is, as you said, very uncharacteristic of Swanee.
Yeah, definitely so. Let's get on board with Swanee, who's currently 9-4, landing bullets over on towards that A flag. Currently, they are losing C as well. It's looking as if they are going to get 3 cap once again.
Absolutely, and Swanee just trying to compose himself and get some kills on the board. He is 9-4 with 1 cap, 9-5 make that, as Rain are just running terror right now. They seem to have got all of the flags, and usually splitting up in team game modes is not the wisest of decisions, because you will get caught out by multiple people in regular intervals, and for Rain it just seems to be working out. They're winning all the gunfights in the second half of the game.
Yeah, we're on board with Josh, currently only 5-13 now as he goes down again. Let's get on board with Tommy, 5-8, trying to move in towards this middle map area. Just see a player coming towards him, going to take down Juicy Bra. We know there's another coming on his right, but he's just seen his teammate Jerd drop down in that B flag area. Joe gets the better of Tommy in the back there. Let's get back on board with Swanee, trying to do something in the middle of the map, just land big shots onto top pawn.
Oh, that was a fantastic shot. It's very difficult to take Swanee off those Humvees once he is behind them. That was an incredible shot from Deva right there. Epsilon spawning at the back of the strip club. They have caught the A flag. They're finding themselves at a deficit. They had previously started this half of the map in Tommy trying to live up to his game changer name and make something happen. He's got the right idea.
With just 28 seconds left on the clock, I think it's a little bit too late for them to get back into this on this side. Anyway, Deva's been alive for that long. He's unloaded that many bullets that completely ran out there.
Absolutely.
Just trying to see out the round now. His team are in the lead by 27 points. That's big from this. That's really big start from this Rain side. Definitely.
I think it's the first time I've seen Epsilon all weekend struggle, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. They're down 30 points.
They've been so dominant. They started off the game so well. They were up by a good 20 to 30 points themselves, and now they find themselves behind by 30 points. It's quite a surprising contrast from the start.
Well, they're not used to being in this sort of situation, are they? I mean, they've looked so strong throughout the entirety of this tournament. They've sort of cruised the winners bracket, so to speak.
Absolutely.
But maybe that Rain have defeated sort of TCM, the second favourites to win this tournament. They did win the last Insomnia as well, with the exact same roster that they have now. They defeated Infused as well. I think that was 3-1 in the end. So they've got to be feeling good about themselves going into this final, definitely. So
they must be buzzing right now. I mean, going into the second half of a domination, it's clear that this is one of their favourite maps against one of the best teams in Europe.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just something that gives you the utmost confidence. And you have to wonder whether Epsilon at this point are composing themselves, giving a team talk saying that we've got to sort this out, we've got to,
well, I mean,
work as a team, because they're not used to being behind like this. So
no,
maybe it's kind of playing on their mind a little bit.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, I think the way that Rain managed to shut down the objective players for Epsilon is a key factor in how they were able to cement so many points ahead, to be honest with you. I mean, Josh, how I've not seen him play like that this tournament so far. He was 5-13 at one point. Every game I've seen him performing so far, he's played really, really well. So I think we'll go on board with Josh first of all in the start of this second round, see how he's actually going to be performing, trying to rectify some of his mistakes in that first side.
Absolutely. Well, champions have their moments where it doesn't all go right, and
it can't be
sometimes
perfect
they can have a weakness or two, and they do have all of them such incredible pedigree. All of them, I think, have been European champions at some point or another, and we'll see how this half works out. But I wouldn't count them out yet. No,
definitely not. I mean, one side of domination does not tell you the whole tale for a winners bracket best of 5 final, does it?
And I think it's very much worth pointing out that on Octane, it's quite a snowball type of map. If you do start to get the B flag straight off the bat, as we saw with Epsilon at the beginning, they put themselves 30 points ahead, and then once Rain got it back, they started cruising ahead. So it's one of those that once you have the setup you want, it can be very difficult to break it out, and Rain just did a much better job of taking it by themselves and moving forward. And Epsilon, once again, very early from the start, cruising into the B flag. Now all they have to do is just hold this setup, and they should be good, but they are pouring out of the petrol station. Josh and Jerd going to fall victim to that one.
They've gone about
Tommy and Swanee.
They've gone about it a very different way there, and that's a 3-piece from Devo there, coming up 4 kills total for him. Going to provide some support to Juicy Bra, who was on that B flag. He's going to try and extend these kills, and look, he's run out of ammo yet again. He unloads that many bullets out before he gets the opportunity to die. Luckily,
he's picked up a MTAR that's been left in the B crate, and he does unfortunately fall victim to a grenade. As we switch on with Jerd just trying to put some shots down, does get a kill there. Moving towards the B flag. He's only got to cap this with a teammate, but it's being watched by Joe with a fantastic shot across the map. Juicy looking to follow it up as there's kills being traded all across the map. Juicy Bra throwing a grenade, getting caught by Tommy with a nice 2-piece. Joe answers back on Tommy. Reese looking to put some shots down. He also goes down in this fair. Jerd moving on to A flag, making sure that doesn't go in their favor. It's up to Epsilon to make a move here. They are 30 points down. They've got to bring it back as Juicy, Deva, Reese, and Joe doing huge work just to make sure that they can't have that B flag and saying, no, not today, mate. You're having none of it.
Yeah, exactly. They're putting up a great fight on this domination. Now, I'm not really too sure what Epsilon think of this domination map. I've not heard them moan about it once, to be honest with you, so it's not like it's one of their weakest maps, so to speak. So we're just on board with Tommy right now, who's sitting pretty in the middle map area. 3 minutes left on that clock. They're down by 30 points. They need to start thinking about making a move for that B flag and getting a hold of a 2-cap here.
Absolutely. I think they're having that conversation. Tommy baits it very well, gets the 2-piece. There is one cap in the A flag. Can he get the third one? Being stunned, wisely waiting before taking that confrontation on, but Deva hits him from across the map. Swanee as well, trying to get on the top of the pawn shop. He's being thwarted in his efforts, but finally Jerd takes him out, and now Swanee is free to put some covering fire on B, as I think we've got 2 players on the B flag for Epsilon. Epsilon do get in the driver's seat. 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. They've got to pull the points back in their favour.
Yeah, they've managed to get them points on the board now, though, Trout. They've got those 2 flag caps. They need to be able to hold this for its entirety.
Oh.
Joe getting knifed by Jerd there. Such quick reactions from a player that doesn't use a paddled scuff as well.
Fortunately for Jerd, he didn't challenge that. It was one of those situations with Swanee that I was like, is he going to challenge it? But he chooses not to. Reese picks up a lovely 2-piece as well. Goes for the third, picks up Swanee. That's 3 members of Epsilon down. Surely they're going to make a push for this B flag, and he's going it alone.
He's going to get on it, but because it's already neutralised, it's not going to take much time to cap that. He is able to cap it before he drops down, so that's big play from him. Joe's coming off the spawn, already weak. Juicy Brat on these Humvees, just biding his time around that B flag. He's going to pull in, pull out the MTAR, gets the 2-piece. That's a vital 2-piece onto Jerd and Josh, both of the objective players for Epsilon going down there on that B flag. This is not looking good for them at all. 1 minute 30 left on that clock. We need a big push from Epsilon.
Absolutely. Tommy being stunned, and he's slowed down. He's got 1 minute 30 to make something happen. Him and his teammates need to do something here. He's trying to put shots on the B flag, just goes out of range of what his sight can see as the whole of Epsilon pouring forward to that B flag. Now's the time they've got to move forward. I think they've got to go for the triple cap if they want to stay in this map.
Yeah, I think they need it for at least 20-30 seconds, Trout. It's currently 45 to 45 with 1 minute left to play. Still possible for them to get back into this. Tommy's trying to push on. He has got a teammate ahead of him, just gone down. That's going to be Jerd and Tommy to quick to get on this A flag. They need to make sure they're not losing that C at the same time. Jerd's still going to be able to capture this by the look of things.
This could be a late surge from Epsilon. They do get the triple cap. Tommy was a little bit hesitant moving forward, but Jerd, you know what Jerd does. He does what he wants, and he just poured in there, took the A flag by storm, and Epsilon are nice and set up. And it's one of those things that Rain are panicking a little bit. They're sprinting, and they're getting caught in sprint animation because they know the time is not against them.
They're going to get back into this, you know, Trout. 30 seconds left on the clock. They've got the 3 cap locked in. They're 20 points in the lead. Of course, they only need 10 to tie it. They need to just hold on to this triple cap, and I think, to be honest, they are going to win it, you know.
Absolutely. They are starting to bring it back, and I think mathematically they need to hold this to bring it back.
They're losing A, you know, Trout. They've lost that A flag. They've still got the 2 cap locked in. Is it going to be enough? I don't think it is.
Possibly a neutralization might help them.
Oh, this is going... Oh, I think they've done it by 1 point.
Tick over?
It needs to tick over for them to do it. They've not done it.
No.
29 points.
Point.
Oh.
Wow, I cannot believe what has just happened. You can imagine the whole of Epsilon were looking at that timer just thinking, please tick over, please tick over. And unfortunately, it hasn't.
So Rain win that by 1 point. I think both me and you were a little bit stumped about what was going to go on there, Trout. We were both just waiting to see whether it was ticking over and not even thinking about what was going on in the game. It was all down to the logistics of the mathematics there, Trout. I mean, map number 2 is going to be so crucial now. Search and destroy on Sovereign. How is this going to be played up?
It's going to be a nail-biter as we saw in that first game, but I think we're going to go to a quick commercial break while we wait for that game to load up. We'll see you in a bit. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be an amazing game.